signs you're dating a down low man. A down low man is a man that portrays to be straight but is actually gay on the low. Usually they use women or they talk to women or date women as a mask to hide their real sexuality. Just want to preface this by saying there's nothing wrong with being gay. We love the LGBT community, but men who are down low are extremely dangerous to women. These are some things to look out for. So 1, being super secretive, like especially with that phone. If you go grab that phone and you're trying to go through it and he's willing to break down a door and smash a glass window to get to that phone like he has the Krabby Patty secret formula on that phone, just know there is more than women on that phone. That is ridiculous. Sometimes they avoid intimacy or they have trouble being intimate with a woman, trouble getting hard, or on the opposite end, they're overly sexual, overly promiscuous, fucking everything that lives and breathes to overcompensate for what they got going on, the demons that they're fighting, and to convince themselves and others that they are not gay. Men who are hyper masculine, like on a obnoxious, like almost satirical level, like, I'm a manly man. Or men who are overly homophobic to the point where it's so extreme where it's almost like, are you okay? Like treating gay people like they are literally disgusting specimens. Like it's unnecessary and over the top. And usually when men are overly homophobic, I immediately think they're gay. And they do it to try to like make you think that you're not gay, but it makes them look even more gay. If you noticed, a lot of down low men have never been in a real relationship with a woman or a long-term relationship with a woman, no real emotional connections with a woman. Why is that? Especially if you're like a grown-ass adult, you've never experienced an emotional connection with a woman, you've never been able to hold a relationship. Why? I feel like men who constantly cheat and lie, or like men who buy prostitutes, they're gay. Like, because I don't know, that's just a personal opinion of mine from experience, but I'm sure there's a ton of other women who can vouch for that specific thing. If he doesn't talk about you guys' future, like there's no talk about marriage, kids, house, picket fence, cars, a business, nothing about your future, and you guys been dating and you're grown, like, why have we not been talking about that? Because you're ending up with a man in the future and you know that, right? If you've heard rumors, a lot of the time when there's gay allegations, them gay allegations are real. Pay attention. When you hear about, the man you're dating and, I heard he was gay, I heard he did it. Pay attention to that. Don't ignore it. Men who abuse women, men who physically abuse women, gay immediately. Why are you hitting a woman? Why are you beating on a woman? Are you okay, sis? Like, are you in competition with me? You want to be a bad bitch so bad. You want to fight, bitch? Like, and once again, there's nothing wrong with being gay. You should never be ashamed of being gay. You should not be ashamed to love what you love and be who you are. But down low men are not only dangerous to women because of their mental and emotional, but to their physical as well, their health. Down low men who fuck men on the low and then go fuck their partner, there's a huge risk for sexually transmitted diseases. I'm not saying that straight people can't get it, but you're putting your partner at a high risk, and it's just fucked up.
These are the signs your man is on the down low. Hanging around men too much. If you tell that man to stay at home with you, the first thing he gonna say is, I can't have no friends. I'm a man. I work all day. I can go where I want to go. Maybe them men got something he want. Because ain't no man gonna get in his feelings about another man unless they got something in common. Number 2, he talk about your makeup. He talk about everything you wear. That man is jealous of you because you looking better than him. You have more confidence than him. You got high self-esteem. He got low self-esteem. So his feminine side coming out. All them lashes, all them makeup, all them wigs. He just mad because you look better than him and he don't look better than you. Number 3, coming home late with his homeboy. What 2 grown men doing out late? Then get mad at you when you ask where he been. He been on a date.
If he wants to use the back door more than the front door, then baby, you have a DL man. Signs that your man may be DL. And if you don't know what DL means, it's basically just a gay man pretending to be straight because you're too scared to come out. Or don't ever plan on coming out. It might get a little messy. Don't shoot the messenger. Do not shoot the messenger. I am the messenger. But let's go ahead and get started. If your man is overly homophobic, I mean, like if they see a gay man on the street and they'll probably call him the F word, then he's most likely DL. Because it's literally one word. Projection. Like if he can't stand seeing a simple rainbow flag and he starts going on a rampage, that's projection. Like I mean he'll go out of his way to make sure he doesn't look gay in any way. Because he's in denial.
Your husband is gay!
Now we're gonna get a little personal. But I think we've been besties enough to get there. We're gonna be talking about the you-know-what. So if you don't want to talk about the you-know-what, go ahead and cover your ears. But if your man wants to use the back door more than the front door, that could be a sign, girl. Now this one doesn't really apply to everybody, but it definitely applies to the ones who are heavily like, can we please, can we please, can we please? It's probably because he's done it already and knows it feels pretty good. That sounded not okay to say. If your man is overly aggressive, physically or emotionally, it's typically because DL men usually treat women like actual dog shit. And honestly, if your man is overly aggressive, go ahead and leave him. What are you doing? A lot of DL men are usually like truck drivers. And that one I say from experience. Okay, now we're gonna put them to the test. Go ahead and put your volume down just a little bit. I'm gonna play a sound, and if they even look, baby, run. Okay, go ahead and put your volume back all the way to the max. Did he look? Oh, girl, don't tell me he looked. Sorry if you had to find out this way, girl. But don't shoot the messenger. I feel bad for you. Bye, besties!
So there was a time in my life where I didn't really know that so many men were DL. I guess before you really know, you just don't know. You don't think of it. And when I found Grindr on my ex's phone, he told me, oh, it was just a dating app. I just downloaded it to see what it was. It wasn't until like a year later I actually learned what Grindr was and put two and two together. And now after being with at least one, but allegedly 2 or 3 different DL guys, I know the ropes by now. And one thing that's in common with all of them is they treat women like garbage, 1. 2, they're serial cheaters. The reason is because they will just do it with anything that moves. They don't care what it is, they just want to get off. So if you have a man that's very, very sexually undisciplined, I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of the time it's because they're DL. Another thing is like machismo guys, like very, very macho. That can sometimes be a sign. Another one is a macho guy that likes to like grab other guys' parts. An example is with my ex, like he played sports, so he would always be smacking other guys' butts or be grabbing their you-know-whats, their private parts. And they would be like, ha ha ha, it's a joke. It's not a joke. Like, normal dudes don't want to grab other people's junk. Like, one of my exes literally would like stick his you-know-what in an empty door handle in his brother's room. Just obsessing over his private part. And ha ha ha, he was one of those really big, crazy, outgoing, joking guys, but was always grabbing on other men, which in hindsight is so obvious. But even when I brought this up to my friends years later, I told them that he was DL. All my guy friends that were on the soccer team with him were like, this makes so much sense, because he was always grabbing us and none of us did that. He was the only one that was like up in everyone's junk, and they're like, oh, that's just how he is. But they were like, no, it's so obvious. Like, I don't know why we didn't see that 10 years ago. But yeah, as studies come out, they are proving more and more that a lot of abusive men are DL, and this is my assumption. It's probably just because they don't want to come to terms with it and they hate themselves, so then they take it out on women because they don't actually like women, and they are blaming the woman for them not being able to be with men, which is really the opposite. It's really the patriarchy that is not letting them be with other men. So yeah, hope this helps. Stay safe.
3 signs he's DL. Send this to somebody that needs to come out of the closet. Number 1, he has a Grindr account. Ladies, y'all going through that phone the wrong way, thinking that you need to go through those DMs and those text messages, when really you need to be looking for that Grindr account. If he has the Grindr app downloaded, run. That man is so deep in the closet, it's going to take a tow truck to pull him out. Number 2, and this is a tricky one, he asks to keep your panties. Now, this might throw you off. You're thinking, oh, he's so cute. He wants to keep my panties so he can have something to remember me by when I'm not there. Wrong. He ain't sniffing those panties because he miss you, bitch. He's wearing them. He's bending over and trying them on. I'm telling you what I know on my granny. Don't sleep. Number 3, he's sassy. This sign is a little less obvious because a lot of men are sassy these days, but you still need to watch out for this one. He likes to argue all the time, get the last word, and disrespect you. It's because he wants to be you. He thinks he's better than you. He thinks he's the bad bitch, and you're his competition. Real men don't argue with women. If you find yourself constantly going back and forth with a man, he is DL.
How do you know if somebody's DL? Do you have like a way you tell?
Subtle cues of like seeing how they like look at you, or if they're like looking at your lips, or like maybe they're paying more attention to you at a party. They're trying to have like more convos, things like that. It's like, oh, you're giving me like a little too much attention. Not too much, but like a normal straight man typically doesn't do that. Yeah, so that's like a first indicator. And then because I'm like always watching body language, then I'll start being just like a little touchy, like very subtle cues, and kind of see how they respond to it.
Well, is it often that you go about spotting DLs? Have you had any other experiences with other DLs?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's something to like go looking for sure. Definitely not one of those gays that's like, I just love straight guys. Like I love the guys that are DL. It just like sometimes happens, especially too like when you're doing social media, like you tend to get more guys like in your DMs that are like, I'm not gay, but like, damn, like you look really hot in this pic, or like, oh, like I'm not gay, but like your story like really turned me on. Like I couldn't even believe that I was like from listening to it. And you're just like, okay, like, yeah.
So ladies, I'm going to give you 3 classic signs that you are dating a DL man. If your man is extremely homophobic and transphobic, automatically 100% he's DL. If your man has a hyper sexual drive and he cheats and have multiple females and cheats, most likely he is dabbing into the gay community as well, and especially with the trans girls. If your man has a problem with showing affection to other men or complimenting other guys because he considers it to be gay, well, guess what, darling? He is DL, and you are dealing with a toxic DL man. Girl, have at it.
And if I were dating any man, he would have to prove to me he's not on the down low. I have to see him in a lot of different situations. I'm going to need for friends to tell me things about him, who he was before he met me, all kind of things. I'm going to be doing some deep research before I get sexually involved with a man. And ladies, you have to too. You have to too. And don't jump at a man just because he says he wants to get married. These down low men, most of them are married. Because they don't want the world to know that they're sleeping with each other, so they need wives to cover that up.
Boom, man, I'm going to tell y'all girls how to know if a guy's DL. And before y'all come for me, I got homegirls, so yeah. Number 1, they always, and I mean always, go on soft when y'all doing it. Now, I'm not talking about after. That's normal. Like, let's be for real. I'm talking about while he's in. I'm telling you, it happens often. Now, shorty, it gets to a point where you got to put 2 and 2 together. Like, yeah, you don't like what he's doing type shit. Number 2, he got a weird-ass relationship with his homeboys. Now, I'm not talking about the regular degler, you know, they go hang out, you feel me, shit like that. I'm talking about niggas actually spending the night with each other. That shit actually happens. That's weird. All right. Number 3, you almost always catch a gay guy in their likes or their reactions for my Facebook people. You feel me? Like, it get to a point where it be like, damn, nigga, like, you find everything funny about this dude? Like, y'all must be, you know what I'm saying? Type shit, man. You gotta stay on point.
Most homophobic people are the most gay. Signs that your man might be gay as someone who has experienced straight men in his DMs 24/7. Does he recognize this sound? If so, then unfortunately that is top 1. He's gay. Unfortunately, he's gay. Also, TMI, but if he shaves his ass, gay. Like, my ex-partner, he was a top, and he would always say to me he was shaving his ass. This is TMI. He was shaving his ass because he wanted to feel clean, and he didn't like it when it got hot and sweaty. Turns out he was actually being a bottom for people behind my back and cheating on me. The amount of men I get in my DM saying, I'm not gay, but. So if your man ever says that, or if anyone says no homo, they're gay. And I think the most important thing that makes them gay, if they're defensive about gays, if they can't be around gays, if they don't want you having gay friends, I'm not gay, you're gay, you're gay. The most homophobic people are the most gay. And I'll say it again. The most homophobic people are the most gay. I said what I said and I stand on what I said.
How to know if your boyfriend's DL. Joke's on you. Honestly, you're probably over-exaggerating. Your boyfriend's probably not DL. At most, he's probably bisexual. And I think a lot of women often think that their boyfriend is DL because maybe they've got feminine actions. Maybe their mannerisms is a little bit feminine. Maybe they even, just like me sometimes. I be hitting the 0.5 filter like this. Am I gay? No, bro. Am I somewhere on the spectrum? Probably. I think too many people tie the mannerisms or tie certain actions or certain behaviors that women traditionally do, like sticking out their tongue or getting excited or crying or venting to a certain extreme. They tie these things to being gay or tie it to sexuality. And your sexuality is on a spectrum. I do believe this. But just because your man is getting giddy because you bought him a gift or something does not make him fucking gay. You could easily be confusing this for them just being excited for receiving a gift that young them would have loved. And when you see this sort of expression from a man, you're essentially calling the child version of him, his inner child, you're essentially calling him gay for receiving something that he didn't receive when he was younger and is now receiving from you, which is supposed to be a loving partner and a loving exchange of gifts. And instead, you're ridiculing him for him possibly being a little overzealous about accepting this gift. And now you're calling him gay. I think this just really irks me. Just the definition of being gay does not align with anything that I've said in this video whatsoever. Look up the definition. Your boyfriend, your man, your husband is probably not DL, and you're probably just not reading the room wrong. And if you are reading the room, you probably need another set of glasses or something. I don't know.
An overly sexual man is usually the first sign of a DL man. Like, men who are constantly cheating on women and can't keep one to save their life are showing early symptoms of the being DL. Their overly sexual spirit will never be satisfied. Once you overly consume something, it no longer boosts your dopamine the same way. And it's gonna trigger that curiosity into other things, leading to DL culture. There are patterns in these things. Y'all ever notice how the gay community is so overly sexualized? I wonder why that may be. Signs that your boyfriend is secretly DL. Nah, baby, don't shoot the messenger. Baby, I'm just the messenger. Do not shoot the messenger. I'm just trying to help you. Go ahead and grab your notebook because you're gonna have to take some notes down, girl. Dude, I'm not even playing. DL men are really scary, and I do not want a man using you as a cover-up. Let's get into it. If your man is overly homophobic, now girl, you better run. And when I say homophobic, I don't mean like a little, oh, I don't support that. Like, I mean he'll go out of his way to make sure he doesn't look gay in any form. Like, if he's constantly being like, I can't stand gay people, I can't stand those type of people, or just can't stand seeing a freaking rainbow, then I'm sorry, girl, but you probably have a DO in your hands right now. And the reason he probably hates it so much is because he's dealing with some internal stuff. Now, girl, we're gonna get a little personal with number 2. So go ahead and cover your ears. When you guys are doing the you know what, and you know what I'm talking about, if he's really pushing on using the exit door instead of the front door, I'm sorry, baby, but you probably have a DL, man. I know you're probably crying right now because your man is DL, but I got tickets to the Ariana Grande concert next year. I'm sorry, you just needed some good news. Now, if your man is next to you, turn the volume down real quick. Put me on your ear. We're gonna put him to the test. Put the volume down. I'm going to play a sound out loud, and if he even turns to look, then I'm sorry, baby, but that man failed the test and he's a DL. Go ahead and turn the volume all the way up. I'm not playing, turn the volume up. Okay, put the volume back down. Get closer, girl, come on. Did he look? Tell me he didn't. Well, those are just some of the signs that your man may be DL, and I'm sorry if you had to find out this way. Bye, besties.
This is so random and not relevant to my life, but it's come up a few times in the last few weeks, and I figured I'd share one of my favorite dating tricks, okay? Because I used to live in Atlanta for like almost 5 years, and dating out there is scary, very, very scary. You have a lot of men that are DL, unfortunately. It's not foolproof. I must preface, this is not foolproof, okay? It can still happen to you. You can still become a victim. I mean, if there's a lot of chemistry, especially if there's a lot of chemistry, like right off the bat, someone that you're laughing with, you're kikiing, like, the conversation's flowing. Pretend you're a guy, we're having great chemistry, the date's going amazing, we're eating, right? Oh my god, yeah. So, have you ever been with a guy before? Right? And let it just sit. Let that question just sit for a second, right? It is going to trigger something within him, and regardless of his response, I promise you, you will more than likely have the truth. He'll either be like, what the he'll be so thrown off, right? And he's like, why would you ever ask me that? And then you just laugh and say, honestly, you never know these days. It's inviting the truth is what I like to call it. You're inviting the truth. You're opening the table, opening conversation. So, yeah. I hope this helps.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't shoot the messenger, okay? This is something that I've noticed a lot. So when a guy cannot stay with only just one woman and he keeps trying to get another one and another one and another one, and then like don't care about them at all, and then go to his homeboys and then tell them, and then he gets validation from them and all of those things, you know why that is? Because they're gay. They like men. Yeah, girl, you were never the problem. They liked men. Okay? Yeah, he wants their validation. He wants their everything because he likes them. Yeah. Yeah, so don't take it personal, girl. It's okay. It's okay. Let them like each other. It's gonna be fine.
These are the top 5 signs you're dealing with a down low man. Number 1. Does this man always know everything about other men, what they did in the street, or how much money they getting, or what they did or what they didn't do? Sign number 1. Sign number 2. Is this man more loyal or more excited about being around other men than coming home to you at night? He probably stuffs his mouth with sausage on the regular. Sign number 3. Would this man rather be around other men getting money instead of going to go get money for himself? Sign number 3. Is this man content with holding weapons and drugs for men that are in bigger positions than him instead of him having his own drugs, money, or motion for himself? Is he like overly excited about helping his fellow man get ahead, but he never gets ahead himself? And number 5, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to lose a lot of followers with this one. But are you dealing with a 35, 40, 45, 50-year-old man that for some odd reason is obsessed with street and prison? This tells you everything you need to know. There's only one thing in jail. There's a lot of sausage for those men.
All right, so this is going to be a controversial topic, but I don't give a fuck. So let's talk about it. I've personally been a victim of this shit, so I'm going to break it down. 3 signs to look out for if you think your man is DL or gay. Number 1, he loves his homeboys a little bit too much. Like, it's okay to hang out with your boys, but to be obsessed with your boys he's gay. Number 2, he has a corn addiction. If he has a corn addiction, there's a chance that he's gay. Number 3, he's emotionally unavailable. What do I mean by that? So he's always the victim. It's never the other person. And it seems like he can't hold a relationship with a woman down. And the reason for that is because he doesn't want to be with a woman. He wants to be with his bro. So just watch out for that. If any of these spoke to you, I would run the other way, girl. I would not even bother having a conversation with this man. Like,
these are the top 9 men to most likely be DL. Number 1, and I don't care what nobody has to say, it's always going to be the overly religious ones. Them church queens just not staying up in church like that for no reason. Every other sermon is you going to hell. Overly religious, He gonna get up there and preach a sermon, talk about, oh, all the gays is going to hell. And guess what? He turn around, finna go down south on the same gay man that he was sitting there eyeing in the pulpit. Number 2, which really should be number 1, is any man that's be homophobic. And I know it sounds crazy to say homophobic. I remember one time, quick story. I was working at Popeyes, y'all, and this man and his family had came up in there. I don't know what the fuck. I don't even think I was dressed super gay or whatever. But the man at the counter, he had ordered some food. I got the food. I was very nice to the man. He put the money on the counter. His wife picked it up. He snatched it from her and threw it back down on the counter. Y'all, the man, and this ain't even he hates you. I know deep down, if I wasn't here, I would probably be somewhere Duke dead in a ditch. I fully believe it. Any man that's just overly homophobic, yes, most definitely. Number 3, if your man is constantly in and out of prison, I mean, he just got out, girl, y'all done threw the party, and then less than a few months, he done went back to prison. It ain't that much street code in the world, girl. You get what I'm saying? If he wanted to stay out, he would stay out. So all that, and the system just fucking with him, sometimes that is true, but sometimes y'all men just be on foolishness because they want to go back to prison. They dead ass be having boyfriends now. I had a dude that I used to talk to. We don't talk no more because he said I ain't hold him down while he was in prison. I said, I'm simply just not that type of person. You lost your mind. You in there with free room and board or whatever. And then also he had already told me he had a boyfriend in prison. So you had me on the outside and him in prison. You were good. You had 2 men. I don't know if I want to say that.
Okay, y'all, back with part 2. And I took notes on this one. Here we go. If he can't compliment you, if he straightens his hair or his beard, if given the chance he chooses to defend his homeboys versus defending you, if he takes a vested interest in the woman that one of his homeboys is seeing, meaning if he has critiques and he's very critical about her and he seems to not like her very much, if he leaves you behind at the airport so that he doesn't miss a flight, if he has any of the following addictions: alcohol, drugs, smex, corn, gambling, sports betting, shopping. And when I say addictions, I mean addictions. Well, like, do them to the nth degree, okay? So I mean heavy on these addictions. If he has no loyalty, if he's two-faced, not just to you, but to anybody. Because you have to understand that the mindset of a person who's on the DL is someone who is delusional, who is living in a false, fake, created reality that they have made for themselves. And so the first person that they're lying to is themselves. And then in turn, because their entire lifestyle is a lie, they're lying to everyone else around them. So they are typically very quick to lie. They're habitual liars. They'll lie for things that don't even make any sense to lie about. If he's overly concerned about the opinions of others because he's striving to keep up appearances. If he's homophobic. If he picks fights so he can leave the house and come back when he's ready.
Ladies, there are classic signs that your man is DL. You have to stop looking at external. Stop looking to see if the guy he's hanging around is feminine or if the guy identified as gay. You will miss those signs. The gay community comes in different types of personalities. We have different styles. We have different hobbies. Some of us are football players with your man. Some of us are basketball players with your man. Some of us are construction workers with your man. Some of us sell cars with your man. So don't ever think because he's hanging around a guy that seems masculine that he's not DL. Oh no, darling. We are very passable. And some of us, majority of us, are very masculine. And sometimes your man loves that.
Here are some top 5 signs that you should look out for if a man is DL. If he's abusive towards you, he's DL. If he's always visiting the bathroom, he could be DL. If he's hiding his phone from you, he doesn't want you near his phone, he's DL. And if he's obsessed with your ass, like he loves your butt, he's obsessed with it, he is just into it so much, he's DL. Just look out for those signs in your partner. If you suspect he's DL, look out for those signs. Or even if you don't think he's DL, still look out for them because it'll save you a lot of time in the long run.
These are 5 signs that your man might be gay. Okay, number 1, if your man takes a lot of selfies, he gay. Let me tell you this, straight guys do not give a fuck about selfies. They may got 1 or 2 in their camera roll, but if you see your man with multiple selfies, in different angles, he gay as fuck. Second, if your man eats Subway, he gay. I'm sorry, but straight dudes do not eat Subway, okay? They eat Firehouse Sub. Okay, that is the straight Subway. Subway is for gay people. So if you man eating Subway, he gay. If your man's favorite color is either red or blue, he gay as fuck, because those are gay colors, okay? That your favorite color should be either green or yellow. Those are straight colors. So those are his favorite colors, and I'm sorry, but I hate to break it to you, but your man gay. If your man argues back with you, he gay as fuck. He's sassy too. He a sassy gay guy. Yeah, so because straight guys, they don't argue back with their females. No, they take it. They take it and then they cry in the corner. All right? That's a straight man. They fighting back with you, baby, he gay. And last one. If your man's name starts with the letter J, B, A, he gay as fuck. He gay. I'm sorry, straight guys do not have their name starting off with those 3 letters, okay? So if he starts off with any of those 3 letters, he gay. Okay, bye. I hope this helped.
Just to be clear, this video is about DL men. I'm not really a specialist when it comes to DL women, but I'm pretty sure, you know, some of these signs probably, you know, work hand in hand. I don't know, but you know, what I will say, I will be specifically talking about DL men. I will be talking about the signs and the types. All right, so let's get straight into it. Now, the first signal, I'm just gonna start with something, you know, people always say, and then sometimes I'm gonna sprinkle in my personal signs and what I notice over some time. First things first, if the person is homophobic. Now, it's different from when you just don't understand. It's different from when, you know, you are just be like, okay, that's what you do, but I'm not with that. It's different. I'm talking about the extreme homophobe. I'm talking about every time they see a gay person, they get uncomfortable. Every time they see a gay person, you know, they gotta bash them, talk bad about them. That's the type of homophobe that I'm referring to. The ones that would beat up, dehumanize, do all of those things. Now, keep in mind too, with these signals and stuff like that, if you see one of these signals that I am talking about, you can't just be like, oh, you're DL. No. But however, if you get like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these signals simultaneously at the same time, or even you've noticed them over some time, then yeah, you just might have a case, just so you guys know. Yeah, so if he's homophobic, you know, that is a big sign, because 9 times out of 10, if you're, like people say all the time, I'm pretty sure I'm not the first video you've seen talking about this. If you're comfortable with who you are, especially if the person's not trying to come on to you or trying to, you know, flirt with you after you told them no, you should be good. There's nothing to be homophobic about. Go about your business. Now, the second thing we have, now this is something I've noticed over some time. The girlfriend is too bad. Now, when I say bad, she's bad. I'm talking about A1 top-notch bad bitch. That's what I'm referring to. Because like this what I've noticed is that when you have a dude or whatever, you know, and he may be a certain caliber, and then you look at his girl, his girlfriend, his wife, and she is bad. She's a bad bitch, not bitch, B-I-H. And the reason why I say that, because for me, I've dealt with a couple of dudes that were DL or whatever. Story times on that. And the thing is that they would have really bad, like bad biz, not bitches, but biz and stuff like that. So when it comes to a situation of when people be like, oh, you know, he's not gay, look at his girlfriend. One thing I can tell you, the trade, they love them a good facial hair. They love them a good facial hair. They love them beards. And baby, you just might be a beard. Now, don't get confused with what I'm saying beard, because there are not always gay men that have girlfriends. Closeted gay men that have girlfriends. There are sometimes bisexual men that are attracted to men, and women has a girlfriend, but however, the girlfriend is not aware that he's attracted to men. That happens. So sometimes you may not be a beard. Sometimes, you know, he may have other sexual attractions that he just not 100% open up to you about. Keep in mind. All right, so now this right here is a type. The first two were 2 signals. Now this one right here is a type. Now this type right here, we're gonna call this person the denial. He will do a lot of gay stuff. Like, I'm not gay. I'm not with that gay shit. But then go and try to be with that gay shit. Baby, first things first. Do not deal with the trade. The trade. They're gonna steal from you. They gonna, it's a lot that going on with the trade. It's dangerous. They might wake up one day, be scared someone gonna find out, go and murder you. It's a lot. It's a lot that come with it. I do not recommend going with the trade. And I know it's easier said than done. I 100% suggest do not deal with the trade. Especially when you're openly gay, because guess what? dealing with the trait is gonna feel like, you know, you're being somebody's secret. It may be cute in the beginning, but after a while it gets old, you know? So yeah, the denial, that's the first type. Now, the next thing, this is another thing too. If he's a womanizer, now this is another sign. If he's a womanizer. Now, the reason why I say he's a womanizer, he's always going through women. Going through them bad boys like Pokemon cards. He's going through them, smashing them, having sex with this one, having sex with that one. He's doing all that. He's just going through. And the reason why I say this is a signal is because, a sign, is because sometimes men, DL men, they're trying to satisfy an urge that they cannot satisfy. So sometimes they may sleep with 1,000 women or how many women to prove that they are straight, to build up their resume, their reputation. Oh, he can't be gay. You know, he slept with all these damn women. Oh, he can't be gay. You know, he did this. He had her. But you got to realize this too. Sometimes they're trying to satisfy an urge that they can't satisfy. So just keep that in mind too. Now, another thing.
If your man wants you to put a strap-on and bend you over, then he is a gay DL. I had a girl once say to me, I don't know if my man's DL or not. He wants me to put this strap-on and him. So I'm just like, baby, the closet is clear. If you don't know what a DL guy is not someone who's in the closet because they never want to come out. Their goal and aim is never to come out. They just want to have their fun and then they want to eventually settle down with a girl, have kids and live a normal life. So, amount of times like a guy will like BUM stuff, it's like, it's crazy, like honestly crazy. And if you don't know how to spot a DL guy, they're very homophobic, they're very aggressive and defensive if you ever even make a gay joke. Like the amount of times a guy will be like, oh, I'm not gay, don't get near me. Oh, I'm not gay. Oh, I hope you don't fancy me. I can't be around you because people will think I'm gay. And then later on they'll be in my DMs like, hey, can we meet up? So it's kind of like, the signs are there, the flags are red, the closet is clear. You know, when a guy is overcompensating for his straightness, like I think a guy that is very feminine and anything like that is not DL because they're not scared to hide who they actually are. But you know, a guy, he makes everything gay, like, oh guys, if you have Snapchat Plus, you're gay. Oh guys, if you post a selfie, you're gay. Like, how is that gay? Or is any of that? Gay is when a man and a man love each other or a girl and a girl love each other. Not if you have Snapchat Plus. You want me to do a more in-depth detail about what a DL guy is and how to spot them? Let me know, guys.
These are the signs your man is on the down low. Hanging around men too much. If you tell that man to stay at home with you, the first thing he gonna say is, I can't have no friends. I'm a man. I work all day. I can go where I want to go. Maybe them men got something he want. Because ain't no man gonna get in his feelings about another man unless they got something coming. Number 2, he talk about your makeup. He talk about everything you wear. That man is jealous of you because you looking better than him. You have more confidence than him. You got high self-esteem. He got low self-esteem. So his feminine side coming out. All them lashes, all them makeup, all them wigs. He just mad because you look better than him and he don't look better than you. Number 3, coming home late with his homeboy. What 2 grown men doing out late? Then get mad at you when you ask where he been. He been on a date.
And another indicator that a nigga is gay or DL is that he don't have no type. Cause why is your first ex tall, chocolate, built like a model? Your second ex is Asian. Your third ex is 5'2", short, light skin, thick. People say she look like Janet. Nigga, what's really going on?
How to know he's gay, but he's not ready to admit it to himself, or cannot maintain a long-lasting relationship with a woman? That's for a reason. Hypermasculinity and stoicism. Why are you trying to be a stereotypical straight male? He creates deep emotional bonds with men quickly. That's for a reason.
If he's mean to you, if he's rude to you, if he's nasty, if he has a sassy attitude, if he cheats on you multiple times with multiple women, if he has multiple babies' mothers, any more than 2, 3 for sure, if he has told you multiple times that every situation in his life that didn't work out with a woman was because there was something wrong with the woman, reverse it, okay? If he is a very, very, and I mean very sharp dresser, I'm talking about beyond the norm, okay? If he likes loud colors, if he always has to have all the attention when he gets into a space, and if he gets disappointed because you get more attention than him, if he tries to devalue you, if he tries to embarrass you in front of people, if he shows up somewhere with you and then disappears, if he belongs to a secret society, one in particular, if he calls all of his boys his brothers, if he gossips like a woman. I'll be back with more. But if any of those things are present in your guy, he's DL.
Back with a how to tell if your man is DL. So first we're going to talk about a few personality characteristics that I feel like are signs that your man might be DL. So let me begin with all DL men are narcissistic, but not all narcissistic men are DL. Don't let that go over your head. Listen back. And right after narcissism, this is an important characteristic. They're going to be misogynistic. That means that they hate women. Anytime they see you do anything remotely fun or something that you enjoy, they're going to break you down. They're going to make you feel like it's something wrong with what you're doing. The men that are simps don't operate like this. So like I always tell you, if you get with a simp, you're more likely, not that he won't be DL, but that he'll be honest with you and open with you about anything that he has going on. So go after the men that truly love women and care about women, because they're not going to be the ones that want to hurt you. Remember when Keisha Cole said they going to love you because you're beautiful, but it's another reason why they want to hurt you? It's because they're DL. So right after the narcissism, the misogyny comes impulsivity. So this is very important, because if you're with a man that doesn't value himself, he will fuck anything. He can't fight those urges. If somebody hit him up, like, you know, those men that don't turn down anything, as long as the person wants to do it, they're going to do it. That's impulsive. You need a man that knows how to control his urges, that values himself. Self-worth is very important. Something else that we need to talk about, DL men don't love themselves, so it's really hard for them to establish emotional connections with anyone, whether it's a man or a woman. So pay attention to if you've been with a man for a while and it's like impossible for you to establish that emotional connection, because first of all, again, you need an emotional connection to establish love. Without an emotional connection, there can be no love. And last but not least, if a man is requiring you to treat him like a princess and you have to treat him as if he's the prize, don't get me wrong. Like, people, knowing your self-worth, you want people to treat you a certain way. But if he doesn't reciprocate that energy and he just is the one-sided, pay attention to him. Because if he fits all of that, you may be dealing with a DL man.
The number one biggest sign that your man is DL, and I know this because I've talked to them, I've experienced multiple of them, and I've talked to them and I've gotten inside their little heads. They all consistently treated women like trash. They were all terrible to women. Serial cheaters. They're always in some other girl's Instagram. They take a long ass time to text you back. Dude, it's because they're busy texting a dude. Like, I think one of them told me that he literally didn't like any of the women that he dated, and he kind of just pretended to like them. And not just like them, like, they like actively disliked them. Like, they didn't like them. That's so crazy to me that you can be with someone that you dislike. Like, they didn't like them. They hated them. So yeah, it's the dudes that treat you like garbage. It's because they're giving princess treatment to another dude.
He is using your relationship as a cover-up. He can't stand you, and he's very jealous of you because he's fighting inner demons. He's mad that he can't come out the closet the way that he wants to. So you will be punished in that relationship because he is struggling with his identity. He targeted you and he chose you because you are going to help him clean up his identity. You're going to help him with his fake facade. See, he wants the community and his family and friends to believe that he married a gorgeous woman. You're super successful. It has nothing to do with love and totally about his image and tricking people and deflecting off the fact that he's a closeted homosexual. But what's going to happen within that marriage? He's going to bully and punish you. Whether you're living with him, y'all are engaged to be married, y'all just living together, y'all whatever the situation is, he's going to bully you in that relationship because number one, he's envious of you. You are an actual woman. You got boobs. You got a nice booty. You got coochie. You're dressed fly. You look good. And when you walk into the room, you're going to get the attention of men. He wants the same attention as you from men. And because he can't come out the closet and live in his truth, you'll be bullied and punished for that. Number two, he spends a lot of time with one specific homeboy. I mean, he spends a lot of time with this homeboy. They always run in the streets together. He's got a whole woman at home. Y'all are married, y'all are engaged, y'all are living together. Why is he spending more time with his homeboy running the streets than he does with you? That's because they're fucking. Yeah, they're fucking. I said what I said. Do the investigation and come back and thank me later. No man is supposed to spend too much time with his homeboy, and he got a whole woman at home. He's more loyal to his homeboy than he is to you because they're lovers. Number 3, pay attention to the way that he makes love to you, the way that he handles you. He's going to handle you like a man, and you're going to notice that the sex is going to become robotic. Ain't nothing wrong with a little rough sex here and there, but he's going to handle you like a man. He's going to be robotic with it. There's going to be an emotional disconnect. You got to pay attention to the pattern. He's been with the man and he wants to go back to being with a man, and he does not enjoy sleeping with you. You can tell it and you can feel it. You got to pay attention. Be safe out here, ladies. It's ugly.
Okay, let me talk about some signs that I've noticed guys are DL. These are just from my personal observation and experience. In case you don't know, DL means down low, means is in the closet, but doesn't want to come out. Alright, first sign I've noticed. They only consume male media. I'm telling you, this is not normal. Male music only. Male movies only. Male literature only. Everything male. Not a single female perspective. I hate to break it to you, but he does not care about women. He does not give a single flying fuck about the thoughts or opinions of a woman, which is why he's not consuming any kind of media with a female, because deep down he's in love with men. Number 2, being extremely homophobic. I feel like that one is very obvious. To me, if you're homophobic, your homophobia is internalized self-hatred. I'm instantly going to assume you're gay, because why the fuck do you care so much about what other people are doing with their lips? You're gay and you don't want to admit it. Third one, they don't eat the kitty cat? Well, then it's very obvious what he wants to eat, but it's not your cat. He wants that eggplant. I'm sorry, but that one is very obvious. He does not like women if he doesn't want to go down on them. Now, last one. Cheaters, manipulators, liars, avoidant men, but on the extreme end. Men who have zero ability to build an emotional connection with a woman because they somehow always keep sabotaging it, they're fighting some demons. I don't know if it's being DL or if it's just having a really fragile self-concept. But either of them, it's not a strong man, so you might as well stay away.
Girl, I'm gonna have to clock the DL men. It's dangerous out there. And down low or DL men are actually narcissists, and it's dangerous to be with them. And I want to make sure that you're protected at the end of the day as a dating coach for 15 years, as well as your fairy godbrother. And so without further ado, I want to share with you what I've learned and the traits and characteristics that I look out for to see if someone is DL or not. Okay, let's get started. So if he's black and he's always talking about butt, girl, he is Beavis and Butthead. He doesn't care who is attached to that butt. He just wants it, okay? So that's probably DL. Also, if he has extreme feelings about his mother, so either he really hates her or he really loves her, that is representative of how he is going to, feel about women, and oftentimes it's not healthy, and so he's probably DL. Now, if he's Hispanic and he's an alcoholic and he hates his dad or his dad hates him, he's probably DL. If he is white and he's an alcoholic and probably has a beer and hangs out with his boys more than his girlfriend, he's probably DL. If there is a guy that is East Asian, he's probably uber competitive with women, he is mean to women, and he was probably chubby when he was a kid because he was trying to eat the gay away. So check out for that, for those kinds of guys. Girl, if he is a celebrity and he's changed his name multiple times, he's probably DL. He doesn't know his identity and he's running away from his true identity. If he is a professional athlete, oftentimes he's probably going to be the loner on the team or the guy that's the biggest cheerleader. That's why a lot of those guys become coaches, and there's a lot of gay coaches in professional sports. If he is a pastor and he does a lot of one-on-one mentoring sessions with younger men, he's probably DL. Oh, also these kinds of guys. If he was in prison for more than 3 years, ask any security guard, prison guard, girl, he's DL. It's like long COVID. You're always going to have it. I'm sorry. If he's in the military, especially the Navy is the gay bee. That's where the gay guys go. Girl, 100 men go out to sea, girl, you're gonna come back with 50 couples. They are literally on a honeymoon and on a cruise, sleeping on top of each other. DL, okay? If he has more than 4 kids with multiple women, he is probably DL. If he is either Indian or Middle Eastern and he is trying to control what you're wearing, he's trying to play Barbies with you. He's DL. If he is very rough intimately, he is hate effing you because he hates himself and he hates women. Now, if he is Nigerian or Ghanaian, if he went to boarding school, he's probably DL because he had his first sexual experience with a boy. Or most of the DL men that are African have girlfriends or wives, but they either ignore them or like neglect and are very mean to them. So if you see them in public, you wouldn't even know that they're together because that's how much he's ignoring his wife, okay? So those are the signs that I see for men that are in on the DL. Let me know if you have other signs. And again, take this as like an 80-20 rule. All of these signs are DL signs, but in these groups, you see it more often. And I'm sharing this with you because, again, I want you to be safe. DL men are narcissists. I hope this helps.